Hey, sweeties. So, you know how sometimes you start watching a BL series and you're like, I don't know about these two. Like, maybe they look good together, but you just don't feel it at first. And then, boom, out of nowhere, they hit you with the kind of chemistry that has you screaming at your screen, rewinding scenes, and just losing your mind because where did that come from? I swear, it's like magic. Today, I'm talking about BL couples with unexpected chemistry. The ones that surprised us, snatched our hearts, and turned the series into something we couldn't stop watching. Some of these pairings had me doubting at first, but by the end, I was fully obsessed. I'll be sharing my favorites, some personal reactions, and, of course, those moments that made their chemistry undeniable. So, stick around because I promise by the end of this video, you might just find yourself rewatching scenes you forgot hit that hard. Let's get into it. Number 1, Ohm and Lang. You know, Ohm and Lang really caught me off guard in Kidnap. When I first heard about them, I didn't think too much of it, especially since it's Lang's first BL role. I was kind of expecting it to feel a bit awkward or forced, but they completely proved me wrong. Ohm has this calm, steady vibe, and Lang comes in with his playful, boyish energy. It's like they balance each other out without even trying. It wasn't one of those loud, in-your-face chemistries, but something more subtle and natural. I kept catching myself smiling at the little looks they gave each other, or the way their interactions felt so real. And that's what I really liked about them. It didn't feel staged or over the top. They weren't just playing into typical BL moments to win us over. Their connection felt genuine, like it was slowly building up as the series went on. I didn't even realize how invested I was until I caught myself rooting for them so hard. For a pairing that no one saw coming, they definitely delivered. Now I just want to see them in another series together because this was such a good start. Number 2. Great Sapple and In Saren in Wandi Good Day were such a vibe. I didn't really expect much at first because I didn't know them well enough. I didn't even watch the series until the 5th episode aired. But their chemistry completely won me over. Great has this calm, steady energy that just works so well with In's playful and lively personality. It felt so natural, like they weren't even trying too hard to sell the connection. It was just there. What I loved most was how easygoing they felt together. Whether they were teasing each other or sharing more emotional moments, everything flowed so naturally. It really felt like I was watching two friends who genuinely enjoyed being around each other. And that made their relationship so believable. Great's chill vibe and In's fun, vibrant energy balanced each other perfectly. Honestly, they made Wandi Good Day such a fun watch. Number 3. Top and Mick. When I heard Top and Mick were cast together again in Ever You, Every Me, I'll admit I was skeptical. Top's lively, cheeky vibe seemed like it might clash with Mick's quieter, more introspective nature. I wasn't convinced they'd find that spark needed to make their pairing believable, and I honestly didn't expect much from them at first. But here's the thing. These two had already worked together in my universe, and back then they were still figuring things out. They were cute, sure, but their chemistry wasn't the kind that made you sit up and pay attention. It was nice, but I wouldn't have pegged them as a pair that could bring something special later. Then Ever You, Every Me came along, and wow, they completely changed my mind. It wasn't that overly obvious, in-your-face type of chemistry, but something about them just worked. Like, their scenes felt so natural, especially the emotional ones, where you could feel the weight of what their characters were going through. Mick's subtle expressions paired with Top's more intense emotions, it got me in my feelings. Honestly, I didn't expect them to make me feel so much. Seeing how much they've grown as a pair since my universe was such a shock, in the best way. It wasn't the kind of chemistry where I'd scream and fangirl every 5 seconds, but it stayed with me, you know? Like, by the end, I was sitting there thinking, okay, I take it back. These two do work together. They've really grown into a pair that knows how to pull off those deep, emotional connections. At number 4 is Pond and Earth. I honestly didn't expect Pond Ponlowit and Earth Katsamane to have such good chemistry in Forever You. Since it was their first time pairing as a BL couple, I thought it might feel awkward or maybe take a while to click. But right from the start, there was something natural about how they interacted. They just felt comfortable in their roles, and you could see that in how they handled their scenes together, especially the emotional ones. Nothing felt forced, and that's what caught me off guard. As the series went on, their chemistry just kept getting better. The way they looked at each other or reacted in small moments made everything feel real. It didn't feel like they were just acting, it was like they really understood the connection their characters were supposed to have. I didn't see it coming, but that's what made it so fun to watch. If these two ever pair up again, I'd definitely be excited to see how they build on this. Number 5. Billy and Babe in The Sign honestly caught me off guard. I didn't expect them to work so well together, especially since it's their first time pairing up too. But they were so natural, like their characters just fit together without trying too hard. The way they talked to each other, the little smiles and reactions, it felt real, not like they were just reading a script, like some other couples. What surprised me the most were the emotional scenes. They didn't overdo it or make it too dramatic, but it still hit the right way. You could see the connection between them in those moments, and it just worked. I really didn't see their chemistry coming since I didn't know much about them, but they ended up being one of the best parts of the series for me. And finally, Salb and Pon. They really surprised me with how good their chemistry was. In Pit Babe and This Love Doesn't Have Long Beans, they just felt so natural together. They weren't trying too hard to sell their connection. It just happened. The way they interacted, especially during the fun and lighthearted moments, made their pairing super enjoyable to watch. And what really stood out was how comfortable they seemed working together. It didn't feel like they were trying to force anything. And that's what made their scenes so good. Whether it was a playful argument or a deeper conversation, they made it work. I didn't expect them to click like this, but now I can't imagine the series without them. And that's the thing about BL couples. Sometimes the unexpected ones are the ones that stick with you the most. These pairings didn't just surprise me, they completely stole the show. It's that kind of raw, natural chemistry that turns a good series into an unforgettable one. So, who are your favorite unexpected BL couples? Let me know in the comments because I love hearing your thoughts. And maybe, just maybe, we'll find even more hidden gems together. Until next time, sweeties, keep watching, keep loving, and keep surprising yourselves.